Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Day 4 of Hearthstone Mercenaries Mythic boss rush level 340 culminates in another boss fight against Lord Banehollow and Balinda Stonehearth. For this one, the first boss is Raven the Hunter. Raven the Hunter is pretty easy with an infinite roots comp, so okay, that one's dealt with. Then you could use an artillery strike comp for this one, but make sure that your artillery strike deals at least 150 damage, because with less than 150 damage, the third fight, SISM Smuggler, if you end up with one artillery strike into that one, it's gonna be a disaster, because you're just going to have so many whelps and they're just going to overwhelm you. So artillery strike is good in this one, but only if it's strong enough, and if it's not strong enough, then Celestials are preferable, because Lord Banehollow Balinda Stonehearth is a pretty annoying duo at the end. If you have artillery strike that clears everyone with Balinda, okay, then it's similar to day 2, really simple. But if you don't, well, Balinda is going to get your health down to 1, and then Banehollow is going to stop you from healing. Like, yeah, having some Celestial protection is pretty useful for that purpose then. So because my artillery strike was not strong enough, this is the comp that I used. I'm using Arfus with Downward Dog. My Downward Dog is level 2. Level 1 is enough for this one. There are 4 speed attacks. You need to slow them down to speed 5 so that you have infinite roots on them. So Arfus with Downward Dog, Elise with Monkey's Paw, Khadgar with Bitter Chill, the infinite roots comp, and then the Celestials, Niuzao with Talisman of the Ox, Gigi with Flameheart Crystal, and Xuen with Celestial Chestplate. And this is what it all looks like in action. Yeah, so underpowered artillery strike can sometimes be a problem instead of being an asset. Pinches, have you played with Malchezaar Hooktusk? Yeah, sure, I have. It's not that great either, because you can only do it on turn 3. And it's not that simple. It's not turn 3 any boss. It isn't, because it's the next character that acts after Malchezaar uses the ability. So it's way overrated. I guess it's not way overrated, because no one is actually really showing any interest in it. But Malchezaar Hooktusk works in some niche scenarios, but it's by no means something that you want to be doing most of the time. Alright, kid, did you read the patch notes today? I only saw the posts about them on Twitter, but I mean they were an April's Fools. I'm not really big into April's Fools, so I wasn't that interested. Oh, we start a blasting. Let's blast. Blizzard. Whee! Casper, you need to be above level 30 for the artillery trick to work. And the artillery strike adds 4 points of damage per level. And the bosses have... It's actually... Some people say like, hey, the bosses have the health that they have on normal. But it's actually a little bit more complicated than that. Because like some of the earliest bounty bosses also have the health that they have on heroic, for example, and stuff. But anyway, the base health of the bosses varies. It varies like between 60 and 450. So what level do you need to be for artillery strike to work? It completely depends on the bounty. Shizen, hey, thanks for the sub. But yeah, the artillery strike level that you need completely depends on the bounty. And the easiest farmable bounty we had was 2 weeks ago, when you could completely farm it with like level 32 or something. And this one is also a fairly farmable bounty with artillery strike. But the problem here is that you need it to deal 150 damage at least. So that's... What is that, level 38? 38, I think, is what you need for this specific bounty to do this with artillery strike. And this one also, because of the Smuggler, this punishes you real hard if you don't have enough artillery strikes to just kill it, because then you make the fight much harder. But the level of artillery strike you need depends on the bounty. It varies. The veteran. Merc mode is hard to let go. Let's play it quite a while. Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously, as a content creator, because I have to do this for a living, then Mercs no longer provides a living. So that's kind of the hard part about it. But we'll see. And yeah, Shizen, I got a sponsorship opportunity to play Civilization on stream, which is great because I played the original Civilization 1. I played that maybe even thousands of hours. I played it so much. I obviously don't know. We didn't have Steam back then, so I don't have a record of exact time that I played it, but I played it so very, very much. I played a little bit less of 2 and 3, but I still played those quite a bit as well. 4 I only played a little bit, and 5 I hardly touched. And 6 I have not played 6 at all. I just haven't had any time. I have had it on my Steam wishlist for like 5 years. And now I got a sponsorship request. Hey, would you like to play this game? And I was like, hey, yeah. Why not? Absolutely. I finally get to play it after all these years. And not only that, but they're also going to pay me for it. So, like, wonderful. Yes, please. Let's do it. So, it's just great coincidence. Speaking of Jochen with the sub, hey, thank you so much for the support. But yeah, well, this one is a little tricky. Or maybe not. We'll see, I think we're going in with Shishi. The thing here is, even if I root the Heralds, the Mak'gora will still force my characters to attack into them. And that's the part that hurts. Yep, double Mak'gora. That's gonna be painful. Now that I think about it, it's going to be even more painful with this comp. Because last time I did this with Artillery Strike and I had Gen. And Gen summoned the Taunt ads to take away some of the Mak'gora pain. And now I don't have that. So I'm going to lose a Mercs here. At least one. Hi, Klaus. This could be more problematic than I initially thought. Well, spreading the damage out like that, that's great. That's great news. Because now we can start healing. And blizzarding. If you had Kazagus, yeah, Kazagus could do it. Rexa could do it. Gen can do it every other turn. Like, yeah, there are plenty of ways to do that. Or you can just have enough health so that you will survive. It's not like they Mak'gora all the time. They do Mak'gora quite a lot though. Losing Elise is fine. So if they just start hitting into Elise, that's totally cool. But I don't want to lose the others. We might just be able to make it through this. She's is healing, Elise is healing. I think this might be enough. Yeah, good that Elise tanked that hit. And now only one Mak'gora this turn. This is wonderful. So I do kind of want to keep Elise alive here. We're going to do it like this. I should have started shooting at the ads from the beginning, so that I would get rid of one Mak'gora. Only one Makura this turn as well. This is looking good. Elise has the heals. Yes, 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 yes. I believe. This will be fine. No, I lose the monkey. Bad times. Okay. So now... Battle Fury is no problem. Yashuras will actually also use the 2-speed ability to make everyone attack at some point. I need to get rid of that one before that happens, and I'm all good. Yeah, I should have started shooting at these right at the start to prevent any bad outcomes. Funny also that Yashuras makes it you have to use a specific ability, but Khadgar literally cannot. Khadgar cannot use a specific ability. Oh, we get a second monkey. That's nice. Alright, and then it's only Yashuras. This is all fine. This is all fine now. Even if Yashuras attacks a random enemy at 2 speed, it's gonna be fine. Because the only one it can kill is Elise. And I don't need Elise after this fight anyway. Have we really not played 10 turns yet? Maybe we haven't. Anyway. We blasting. So we get through this, but I would need a Celestial Protection here. If I can't roll Celestial Protection, I will not be able to make it through everything. This is no Celestial Protection. Nature and fire damage or heal power. I'll take the heal power. And that's a Celestial Protection. Alright, we have one Celestial Protection against the Smuggler. Let's see. That's 96 reduction. It might be enough. Indeed, when I went to this with an underleveled artillery strike and I only had one, it didn't kill these whelps. It killed the eggs, and it didn't kill this one. So then I faced the Smuggler and four whelps on turn 1. And that was a disaster. But now we should be fine here. I believe. That one needs to be damaged. This turn, yes. Whether that one is damaged doesn't matter. And this one is just going to start pouncing into the eggs. Job's done. I think Gigi's 285 health is enough to live. Let's see. I thought the attacks couldn't do anything in this mode. Well, I mean, the people who are using pirates, for example, have super over-leveled all of their stuff. They have spent like 80,000 renown on those teams. Whereas I had 19,000 to spend in the first place. So yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you like if you really over-level your stuff. I've seen people use Drektar. And they have had Drektar like 60,000 renown spent on Drektar. Yeah, sure, you can do 60,000 renown Drektar pretty easily. That's 3 times as much as I have on all of my mercenaries. But it's another matter what you can do. It's another matter. I would need to get that one killed. But I can't. We'll need to just Firestorm. I actually can, I can. We can pounce into it. Pounce into that and we're all good. Job's done. Yeah, so I mean, it was scary with the spell damage. And then that buffet is also a little scary. But we can just bounce into that one too. Yeah, so Xuen handles this very, very nicely. And if this was not damaged, so I won't damage that. And this is going to get 42'd up. Yeah, we're rolling. No worries whatsoever. Does take a little bit of thinking. But not too much. If this was not attacked, well, we can just do a firestorm here. And the Smuggler itself is not really doing much of anything. Yeah, we're doing fine. Just hit into these so that they never get the bonus. Although at this point it hardly matters either. I'm stealing more attack from them than they are getting each turn. That's going well. And obviously with a good artillery strike you can do this bounty pretty easily. But if your artillery strike is underleveled, then this fight you're just going to kill yourself in this fight. That was a pretty hilarious observation that I had. Yeah, GC will be very strong. Right now I'm using the health equipment on Juji. I usually use Blazing Band, but this one I want the health equipment specifically because of those Makkoras in the second fight. Helenar with the sub. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, those Makkoras that are hitting you, even though through the root in the Ashura's fight, means that I want as much health on Gigi as possible. So the second fight in this bounty makes me use Flameheart Crystal. Gigi actually has two viable pieces, or theoretically viable pieces of equipment. Because there are uses for both this healing power and there are uses for the additional health. Right now, of course, the healing power one is very underwhelming because it's bugged. Baltor, hey! Good to see you. So, boom. And the Smuggler itself does nothing. Actually, we can just start headbutting into it. Can't even steal any attack because it has none. Unless our plans for Warrior. Yeah, Warrior has been very, very underwhelming recently. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, we're going to have to play some kind of Tony Warrior, right? If we want to play a slower Warrior deck in the next expansion. Swap the decks and destroy the enemy deck. Something. Yeah, Warrior has been one of their darlings, definitely. Like Warrior, Rogue. Maybe like Druid. Have been some of Blizzard's darlings. And it's always been good. Well, we got an Elise treasure, which was useless. Maybe I should have killed Elise off at some point. We could try this one. But we get a second Celestial Protection. Alright. With 2 copies of Celestial Protection, we should be fine. Baldur, how is life? Well, it has been much rougher than I thought it would be with the new baby. I just, like, so many times I have wanted to stream, and then I look at the clock and I see, okay, it's like 11 PM. Like, yeah, I could start the stream. Maybe I can stream for like an hour. But it has been... It's been a little rough. But we're going to get through this somehow. I'm sure. So, once Balinda decides to really start setting up everything to very low levels, then I'm going to be in trouble potentially. I still have enough damage reduction to prevent all of this damage from getting through. But I will need to start working on these demons. I believe it's work on those demons instead of work on Balinda. This turn I will just grab the most attack I can. Let's see. An ordinary mage. Yes, very, very ordinary looking mage, I have to say. Health to 1. Luckily no one is attacking immediately. I think we'll take the Divine Shields here just in case. And then we start bouncing. They're starting to gain shadow damage. Shadow damage means that they can potentially start dealing damage eventually. I really don't want that to happen. Frost damage won't ramp up in time. Oh yeah, it prevented healing as well. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, now we need to do an inspiring song. It's okay, it's okay. We have some damage reduction, and divine shields, and a bit of health. So we should be fine. 177 damage. It's not quite there yet. They are getting closer. Now they're preventing healing, so I actually can't heal this turn. Which means that I will focus on... Yeah, this is interesting. My health is set to 1. And healing is prevented. That is a deadly combination, isn't it? That is one deadly combination. If something could damage me, I would just be dead here. So there are really only two ways to do this. Either you're immune to damage, or you get the kills before the fight begins. 182 damage. They're almost there. But I get some healing now.
Job's done.
Need to keep punching in. It's gonna be fine. I just need to kill demons off faster than they can ramp. And I will be fine. Well, that can't damage anybody, so that's cool. I start shooting in that one. I can pounce into that one. Yes. So we'll get rid of this, which means that we get rid of some of that added shadow damage again. That frost damage is never going to ramp fast high enough. Then want to kill this one. Just kill everything that ramps up. Everything that could potentially start damaging my characters. Just kill them. Yup, they're gone. Alright, that's wonderful. No one's dealing any damage here. Life's all good. can start working on Balinda. But obviously, like 150 damage artillery strike, one copy clears this. Apart from that Balinda. But when Balinda is alone, she's not a threat at all. Because then you can always just heal after, and Balinda deals hardly any damage. They just won't get the damage up fast enough. It's all good. Yeah, the frost ramp is too slow. Just working on killing that Balinda there. Wonderful, wonderful. There, Balinda goes down, and then we can kill the elementals, and we're through this bounty. Artillery strike, 150 damage. Is the easiest and best way to do this. But in this one, artillery strike below 150 damage actually can and will backfire. And then you will want something else. And that something else, I mean, it's Celestials. Because getting set to 1 and then dealt damage on top means that unless you're damage immune, you're dead. Pretty rough crowd, I have to say. But Celestials will get this done. Alright. Well done, well done. Boom. Alright. So that was day number 4. $235 renown. 45 turns. It takes a while with Celestials, but they do get through. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.